Hello my dear students. Today I'll be dealing on the topic public administration and its relation with other social sciences. As an introduction, social sciences have been regarded as a single subject of study since the time of Plato and Aristotle. With the analysis of different aspects of it, it has been split into different disciplines, and its development was hastened by the Industrial Revolution, which gave rise to issues requiring investigation by socialists. The broad division of social science into economics, history, political science, public administration, sociology, etc. has proved inadequate to the understanding or the solving of several problems posed by social phenomena. Therefore, in order to understand the role of administrative system of public administration in a social setting, it is necessary to know the relationship between public administration and other social sciences. First, we shall look into why public administration is called as a social science. One of the problems faced by almost all social sciences is the absence of some important features of a science, such as observation, experimentation, and so on. Later, we find subjects divided into sciences such as physical sciences, life sciences, and of course the social sciences. But just as the way we call physical sciences, which deal with physical phenomena, as exact science or sciences, we cannot call social sciences which deal with human beings as sciences. The reason is that the social phenomena in which human beings play a major role, and it cannot be studied in a rigorous way as the physical phenomena. It deals with certain aspects of human society. Public organizations are supposed to serve the public. It can be called as a social science, having techniques and abstractions of its own. It also concerns with the concepts of action and its own problems of theory. Of course, since the subject is being called as a social science, it relies on the method of observation, but here behavioralism occupies a very important place rather than that of experimentation. Public administration appears to be both positive and normative science. By this statement you can understand absolutely. The questions of what is and what ought to be are as much relevant to public administration as they are to political theory. So this diagram shows how public administration is related with so many other social sciences such as political science, economics, law, psychology, sociology, geography, criminology, anthropology, history, education, philosophy, and of course religion. Because the public administration studies how the governments are being administered. So when we study the government, we look into all aspects of the society. Therefore, public administration has got its own relation with other social sciences. So in this video, we shall look into the relation of public administration with some of the important social sciences. First of all, the first and the most important social science is a political science, and how it has got its relation with public administration, or how public administration has got the evolution from the political science. So as far as we all know that political science focuses on the state and the individual, through which the administrative members of the society exercise power. For a long time, public administration has been regarded as a part of political science. And of course, about 100 years ago, Woodrow Wilson called for the separation of public administration from political science on the ground that the field of administration is the field of business. However, the 100 years old history of public administration brings out the severe limitations to which the growth of public administration as an independent discipline is subjected. Political system of every country is related to its administrative system, and political science deals with the policy making as well as the implementation of policies, but absolutely the implementation of policies is in the hands of the administrators. Administration is charged with the responsibility of translating the political will of a country into practical forms of action. Similarly, though the civil servants were supposed to administer and implement the policy decisions, the senior administrators are involved in policy formulations by the way of providing data, information, and advice to the minister. For instance, in a democratic system of governance, the bureaucracy is expected to obey its political master. The study of the historical evolution of Indian administrative system, the debates in the Constituent Assembly, and the basic constitutional law are all subjects of political science. In fact, there are certain areas of study common to political science and public administration, such as public policy, comparative constitutions, and local government. Again, the government is regarded as a continuous integrated process comprising different functions such as the legislative, executive, and administrative. The methods and techniques of political science are borrowed extensively by researchers in public administration also, which includes public policy, public welfare, and public interest. So, by the way of these statements and the observations, the relationship between political science and public administration is understood to be so close, and they may be regarded as the two sides of a coin. Coming into the relation of sociology and public administration. So we can say sociology is the study of society, and it studies the forms of human actions in the society. Some researchers call it as a super science, unifying the generalizations of other social sciences. The society is concerned with goals, values, belief systems, and also the administration. Thus, we notice a two-way relationship. Administration exists in a social setting, and the pattern of administration theoretically is determined by society. Sociology offers to public administration information about groups, their behavior, and the way they affect social life. Max Weber's essay on bureaucracy has influenced many other writers in public administration. Some of the recent works in sociology on status, class, power, occupation, family, etc. provide useful information and a theoretical base for the sociology of public administration. Besides, the tools developed by sociology are made use of by the scholars of public administration in order to understand the sociology of administrators. A good number of institutions or the universities offer a course in social administration as part of the postgraduate and other programs. Premier institutes like the Tata Institute of Social Sciences are offering special training programs to the officials of welfare agencies like tribal development and many more. It is important to mention over here that the National Institute of Rural Development conducts special training courses for the personnel of All India Services, which are intended to acquaint the administrators with the sociology of rural India. Now we shall look into the relationship between economics and public administration. Economics, as you all know, is a very important and the most dominating subject in the contemporary world, and it can be considered as a science because it is concerned with those aspects of social behavior amidst those institutions which are involved in the use of scarce resources to produce and distribute goods and services in the satisfaction of human wants. It suggests that economics is as much concerned with human behavior as any other social science. In the wake of industrial evolution, there occurred a radical transformation in the concept of state, and the state was compelled to become more responsive to the needs of the people, especially the working classes, than ever before. The Industrial Acts fixing hours and minimum wages extended an enormous pressure on the administration. Besides, the fast-growing public sector illustrates the absolute relationship between economic and public administration, because the administrators have been entrusted with the responsibility of managing railways, insurance companies, tackling issues concerning agriculture, banking, etc. Therefore, they have got to have an understanding of the economic problems of the country as well. It is very important to note here that the ancient classic Arthashastra is not only a treatise on the art of administration, but it is a reference book on economics. It can be stated here that this book points out the close relationship between public administration and economics. The next important subject of social science, that's history. How it establishes the relationship with the public administration, or what public administration is gaining from history. According to E.H. Carr, history is a continuous process of interaction between the historian and his facts, and it is also considered to be an unending dialogue between the present and the past. History provides an insight into the past, and the study of historical background of a country enables us to understand its administrative systems. Historians have recorded not only the political events like battles and the deeds of the rulers, but also the particulars of administration. For instance, L.D. White, in his books on the early history of American administration, states that administrative history of medieval England provided useful material for understanding the systems of administration of those times. History tells how administrative problems arose in the past and how they were solved. Significantly, modern historians have been paying increasing attention of the prevalent administrative systems, and this augurs well for social sciences like public administration, since it will provide valuable information to them. Coming into the relationship between law and public administration, which is considered to be the most important relation as far as the modern world is concerned. According to Malinowski, law is sanctioned norm. We can say that a legal norm is marked by probability and it is enforced by specialized staff. The authority to enforce the rules are vested in the administration, and of course the public administration has to function within the framework of the law of the country. In other words, we can say law sets the limits of administrative action, although it allows considerable discretion to the administration. A subject common to these two disciplines is administrative law. As I said before, civil servants have a say in the formulation, presentation, and enactment of laws. Looking into the relationship between administration and law, it appears to be so close that in some countries, public administration is studied as part of some courses in law. Some of the subjects like delegated legislation, structure and functioning of administrative tribunals are studied by both the students of law and those of the public administration. For instance, the Indian form of ombudsman, that is the Lokpal and Lok Ayukta, are studied by the students of public administration as institutions for the redressal of public grievances. Therefore, the study of such institutions show the increasing importance of the relationship between law and public administration. Hope by this time you would have understood all the relation between the public administration and other social sciences. Therefore, now let us have a sum up of the topic. All social phenomena are found integrated in nature. and no social event can be understood completely without an understanding of its various dimensions. The study of various disciplines vis-a-vis others has become necessary. Public administration as a discipline is only about 100 years old, but it has got close relation with other social sciences and it owes its emergence to political science. Public administration is related to sociology because the modern administrator is known as a social engineer. And with the advent of planning, the relationship between public administration with economics has grown more stronger. History is yet another subject with which public administration has a close relationship. Knowledge of the past enables us to understand the present. And finally, public administration or law are closely related because the role of administration has been described as that of a machinery for systematic execution of. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you all in the next video with another important topic.